howdy. Okay, so I'm designing a new folio, basically from the ground up, okay? I'm going to show you what I have. I was going to do the video with me cutting and all that good stuff, but what I'm going to do is just run through what I have, okay? Some of this stuff I know won't make sense right off the bat, but that's okay. I think we can do it because we're smart like that. Okay, so never mind what's going on with the papers. Now, my first thing I started with all 12 by 12s in the Ruby craft paper, okay, is what this is. The first thing I did was I cut out two, okay, these were 11 total, okay, at first. I ended up trimming some more off. Okay, so we have, and it's 11 by 6, and everything in this project is 6 inches tall unless I say otherwise. So if I forget to say how tall something is, it's 6 inches. Okay, this is 11 inches, and depending on which way you measure, okay, if we go this way, we're going to score at 6, 6.5, and then you're going to cut at 11. Now, if you want to notch one, that's fine. The other one is the exact same thing, okay, just in reverse. All right, so we would score at 4.5 and 5 versus 6 and 6.5. But I cut them out this way. I cut them out both exactly the same so that my score is at 6 and 6.5, and then I have 4 inches over here. Okay, I glued the two 4-inch sections. Now you can see I left the 1/2-inch spine area free. Okay, I glue those two as a pocket. All right, just like I did on the Christmas album, the 12 Days of Christmas. I then took that 1-inch, well, I had 2-inch strips left over from where I made it 11. I took one of those and glued it to the back 1/2-inch section only, just to firm it up, okay? Now, this on the back, I have two, they're 8 inches by 6, and I scored at 6 and 7, okay? So that's what this is. Okay, you can see where it's, flatten this guy out some. All right, so I scored at 6, 7, and cut at 8. Now, I didn't cut the end on this one yet because I'm thinking what I'm going to do is probably make it a little tuck spot. It is in the back of my folio. The first one, which is here, I took and I glued that 1-inch section that's here to the 1-inch section of that middle pocket. Okay, so it's just 1 inch on 1 inch on 1/2 inches. So there you go with that. Now, that first one was the one in the back. I wrapped it around and I came and I tabbed it and I glued it down. This is the inside page. This is the cover, okay? And then the back one, it's attached by that 1 inch. And then, like I said, I haven't glued this down because I'm thinking I might make a tuck spot with it. That's what we have glued so far. Now, the next thing that's going to happen is I have well, let me show you. This guy is a total of 5 inches. It's scored at 3 and 4, and between 4 and 5 is tabbed. This is going to be going on the back and folding around as a cover. Okay, so you'll have two 1-inch spines on this guy. Okay, now for interior parts, so far we have the cover, an interior page, the center pocket, an interior page, and then the back cover. Like I said, this will be going on here. I'm just not sure how I'm going to be doing my back yet. Like I said, I have the 2 tabs. I don't know, I might do something back here. I'm not sure yet, so I haven't committed to anything. Now, the next thing I have are these two. Okay, this was a 6 by 6. I cut it in half long ways, or either way, it doesn't really matter how you set this up. And each one is scored at 1/2 inch on either. Okay, this is going to make some doors. Okay, now you can open it this way or this way. I don't know yet. Or it could be, you know, down and down. I'm not sure. I just have the pieces ready to go. This is also another interior flap. Okay, and it is 6 inches by a total of 4.5, and it has a 1/2 inch scored on one side. Okay, this is a 6 by 6. Okay, now I don't think you can see, but I have cuts in this. The cuts are 3 inches long and they're centered. So what I did is I came in 1 inch from the edge. I lined my ruler up. I found the 3, and then I went out 1.5 from either side on that 3, the ruler edge. Okay, I did that for all 4 of the little cuts in that. The pieces for that were another 6 by 6. I cut it in half, then I cut it in half again. Okay, which gave me a bunch of 3 by 3s, and they're all scored the same thing. Well, no, these are scored at 1/4 inch. Actually, more like 3/8, to be honest with you. But these will be sliding in to the slits. Okay, once I figure out where this guy's going to go, and be folded down. And as you can see, it'll come up with its own little pattern cards. You can open them all out. Okay, that's that. The second one of those I have is actually 6.5 inches and it's scored at 5.5. Okay, so this is 5.5, and this is 5 and oh no, it's 6 inches. Yeah, 6 inches. I thought I had cut it down. Sorry, my mistake. But what I did is the same thing. I cut on a 1/2 inch in, not on the tab end, but in from the, well, I guess you could say the top and the bottom. And then I have 2 cards, and they are 4.5 by 3 3/4, and they have a 1/2 inch tab area. Okay, these two will be sliding in to here. Okay, and the difference between this one and the one I just showed you is this tab. We'll be able to lift this guy. So I mean, if you want to put one of these on either side, or cut 2 more cards and do 4, you know, it's whatever you want to do. I did mine. I'm gonna try it. Well, I want to do mine with the 2 on the same side, like so. That way we can get it all flattened down. And remember, if you're doing this type of thing, you'll need to decorate your base part of this before. Decorate, recut the slits, then come back and put the cards in. That way, you know, you're not fighting around the cards to decorate your stuff. The other thing I had was, I grabbed a few of these papers. The only papers like this I have. I got a stencil, and I kind of did some light ghostly type, just barely there, pencil lines throughout the whole thing. Folded it in half, and this is actually what dictated the whole size of this journal, was this little signature here. I'm going to sew this one in. And the the signature folded up is 3 3/4. Okay, open it up, and it is 7 1/2. This is cut at 8 by 6. Okay, folded in half, and that is the signature section. Okay, and that left me with a few cards. Now I just have these cut out. These were just scraps, so I just rounded the corners. I haven't done anything else with them yet, but they're 4 by 6 and 3 by 3 3/4. Okay, I have a few strips left, which I haven't done anything with yet. I'm thinking they'll be belly band in here or something. This was from the 11 inch piece. I just went ahead and cut off when I did my cover to go from the 11 by 6. Okay, this came off that. Here's the 11 to 12 inch. This was from the, when I cut the spine, did the original pocket in the center. And these 2 are, I don't know where from, but that's, and 1 thumb notch is all the scraps I have so far for this. So, yeah, it's looking really good. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll get this done up before I post this. I'll get this done up so where y'all can see it really well to see what all we need. I'll basically just go over this in ink, I guess, is all I need to do.